This is the first time I've been able to walk across here for a long time because the weeds are becoming beaten down and replaced. The war against the weeds this year has been very successful. So there will be some that I will be fighting with coming up in this patch in the spring. But this stretch of soil is produce ready and we've seen some good early results. These are the completed mushroom logs, which have about 250 plugs of mushroom spawn in them drilled in throughout all of these. So we'll see how they do. We've got 3 types of wood. We've got some sort of maple from the neighbour's tree, and then we've got Douglas fir, which is the bulk of it, that, and this. And then we have some sort of white fir here. So, blue oysters, that's the goal. Well, I'll be surprised if it's anything else. That's the kind of mushrooms I put in these logs. We'll see how each of the wood types respond. This section, we're seeing some kale, which is very amusing. I don't think it'll grow very big, but we could have some decent sized leaves in the next few weeks. The main goal, beating back the weeds, has been accomplished though, so I am happy in any case. Then we've got leeks, which are coming up nicely. I probably planted them far too densely, but they're strong and we could have some good winter leeks as long as the frost is not too aggressive. The kale and the leeks are frost resistant varieties, so we'll see how that goes. Then we start to see some squash. That's never going to turn into a fully mature squash. This one has a chance. I've harvested 2 already, and I've harvested the beans. This one might just about make it to maturation as well. These ones look like pears. They're very amusing. Harvested the big one that was here. I should really clean up the cucumber plant. It's been dead for a while. Basil is completely eradicated. That's fine. Strawberries are very happy. So we'll get a good strawberry harvest next year. And then the beans. I've harvested all the beans now. They are currently drying. Some of them got a partial dry, but most of them were still quite like they just all reached maturation. So good harvest, but not too much that was ready to just store. So it's going through a drying process. I'm leaving these bean plants up though for as long as possible, because as it starts to biodegrade, it sends that nitrogen back into the soil. And once that's further along and just before the snow comes, I'll pull up all these corn stalks and these ones over here, and I will lay them down to block any other weeds. And then when the spring comes, I'll mulch it right into the soil, which will be full of nitrogen by that point from the beans, and we'll be ready to plant something new next year. So the waiting game over winter is the mushrooms, but who knows, we could have a nice little kale and leek harvest as well.